What really got me into barbering is the fact that I was a felon. I kind of felt like my options was running thin. I kind of felt limited, per se. I worked for a grocery store for about 3 years, right? And I realized that I was unemployable. You understand? I'm too bossy and I wanted to be in control of my own destiny. I wanted to be my own boss. So I went looking for professions or trades to where everything that I make and everything that I can create is solely dependable on myself. That way my opportunities will be limitless. And I chose barbering because I could still be myself while practicing my profession. People really don't care about your background or nothing like that. As long as you're giving good quality service and good quality haircuts, then people good with that. Well, my brand's mission statement is on you because that's exactly what I'm trying to inspire people to do. I'm trying to inspire people to own their circumstances and don't let your circumstances own you. And I feel like I've persevered. I've been through a lot of things in my life. Being from the family background that I come from, the neighborhood that I come from, I'm supposed to be a certain type of way. I'm supposed to be a statistic. But what I did, I decided to own me. I could have easily let my circumstances own me and use that as an excuse to be a certain way. But instead, I decided to own me and create the lifestyle that I wanted. If I'm gonna push something out into the world, it's gonna have a stamp on it that shows what I'm all about. And I'm all about owning myself. One of my most difficult functions as a barber was probably dealing with people. When I got around a bunch of males, I felt like I had to defend myself because that was my natural instinct. So I had to get all of that out of me and learn how to deal with people, be more compassionate, be more courteous, and be more welcoming and smile more. Coming from where I come from, you was taught to be antisocial. And when you enter a room with a majority of males, you get straight into defense mode, and anybody say something to you, you take it as a form of disrespect and you're ready to react, right? And I had real bad problems with that coming up. So when I got into the barbershop, I realized that it was a social environment and I had to be social. If you antisocial in a barbershop, you probably won't survive. I also had to learn to remember clients' names. I had a bad problem with remembering clients' names. And it was also difficult for me to deal with upset clients because that's a form of confrontation and I'm so ready to defend myself, I feel like you're trying to take me for weak or what we call a hoe, you understand? So I had to get all of that up out of me and realize that I'm a barber and I have to deal with people in order to survive in this industry. Well, I can't say that I'm pushing for a spot in the industry. I'm just a motivational, inspirational figure that so happened to be a barber. I inspire people to wake up, work out, do something positive, read a book, exert positive energy into the universe, and watch it give back. And I also want to inspire people and let people know that you can start in the worst place possible, but that's not necessarily how you have to end up. See, I was inspired by my grandfather. From the time I was born until the time he died, all I ever seen him do is work hard and take care of the family. So after he died, I talked to a few family members and found out my grandpa actually been in prison. He'd been in the streets and he used to tell me little stories here and there, but I couldn't believe it because he was such a great guy. But what his life did for me in my life is that it helped me realize that a man can change. Nobody don't have to know anything that you did in your life that's bad if you change and do better in the future. People will look at me right now and won't know nothing about my past life and couldn't even imagine that I did some of the things that I did in the past. But that's because grace is real. You have to realize that if you change everything about yourself and constantly construct yourself to be a better individual, you can have grace and the world will perceive you as a whole nother person. You have to remove yourself from some of those bad situations and put yourself in a better situation in order for you to thrive. Well, I would say my best quality really don't come from barbering. My best quality would be perseverance. I just so happened to apply that to my barber career. Anything that I would have chose, I would have been great at. At least that's how I feel. I apply that to working out, general transgressions in life, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. If I was to say it's one important word in life, it would be perseverance, and that's for me. My advice to people is this: do not be afraid to be the person that you really want to be. I don't care where you at or who you're around. Do not be afraid to remove yourself and do what's right. I don't care what nobody say. And don't allow people to slap your son. And what I mean by that is, people will see me right now. They say, oh, this guy, he dressing nice, and you know, who he think he is? He ain't done nothing. You understand? People will try to discredit you for all that you've been through. Do not allow people to discredit you for all that you've been through. If you've been through some things in life and you change your life, be proud of that. Teach it to other people, and damn who don't like it. Because people need to be inspired on small levels and big levels. Just keep doing you and own you. Well, today, as an African-American barber, I think our role is to keep the conversation going. We must keep the conversation of prison reform, police reform, police brutality. We must keep these conversations going because we might have the next Malcolm X in our chair. We might have the next Martin Luther King in our chair, the next Barack Obama in our chair. You understand? We must plant seeds in people, whether they're young or old, to go out in society and produce and be a plus to the African-American community and not a minus. If we're not having these conversations in the barbershop, we're going to play a big role in the whole conversation being eradicated in the whole or forgot about. We are in the minds of people, okay? What we have to do is plant seeds. And we plant those seeds and we send those people out into the community, because what happens in our community directly affects us. I don't give a damn if you got a drug dealer in your chair. Try to inspire him not to sell drugs. Try to inspire him to be there for his kids. Try to inspire him to open up a business. You understand what I'm saying? Play your role in the community.